Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. The situation in the country is worsening off economically each passing day. Tifa research firm released an opinion poll today. And from that opinion poll, 84% of Kenyans are saying things have worsened off economically in William Ruto's government than they were in Uhuru Kenyatta's government. So in the 1 year of Ruto's rule, the economy has worsened off. 84% of Kenyans are saying that. 8% are saying things are the same. 7% are saying things are better. So you are seeing that those supporting William Ruto are only 7%. 84% are against William Ruto. Another very interesting statistics from that research, 77% of ODA supporters say things are worse compared to last year. Those are those Kenyans supporting William Ruto. 77% are saying William Ruto has not performed. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand it in details, what's happening here. Before we do that, let's listen to Citizen reporting about this survey.
Now, 84% of Kenyans consider the current economic conditions to be worse than what it was a year ago, according to a survey released by Tifa Research on President William Ruto's government performance. The survey revealed that the rising cost of living has forced 87% of Kenyans to reduce expenditure on various items, including food, transport, clothing, education, cooking fuel, and electricity. Now, the survey conducted between November 25th and December 7th, involving 3,009 respondents, revealed that 84% of Kenyans have reduced their expenditure on food, on transport, clothing, entertainment, educational items, cooking gas, and electricity. Surprisingly, 77% of those who support the Kenya Kwanza government feel that the current economic conditions are worse compared to last year. 39% of Kenyans feel that the cost of living remains the main challenge facing the Kenya Kwanza government, followed by corruption at 15% and debt repayment at 8%.
Expenditure, you know that almost everybody has been suffering. And then we ask them, what are the two main things of those 87% who've had to reduce expenditure that you've actually reduced your expenditure on? And a clear majority, 84%, said food. Again, you can see people who are a bit better off, earning more than 20,000 shillings a month. The figure 79% is a little bit lower for the people in the other two categories. How that's going to impact on their health, even on mortality, goodness knows. But we can see the situation is extremely difficult.
Yes. That's a survey that was released today by Tifa. And if we leave alone that survey, on the ground, we have been seeing Kenyans crying out for help. We have been seeing factual surveys on the ground of Kenyans complaining about this government. We have seen Kalenjins complain. We have seen people from the mountain complain. Those are two areas that voted for William Ruto in last year's presidential election. We have seen them complain live on camera. If William Ruto goes to an area, the local leadership, the elected leaders in that area, always do mobilize Kenyans in those areas to adulate and to cheer up William Ruto. So William Ruto gets a false notion that he still has the people on the ground. Yesterday, at Jamhuri Day celebrations in Nairobi, we saw children being mobilized to fill Uhuru Gardens. And as William Ruto was making his way into the gardens, the children were singing and ululating, cheering him up, saying, Ruto, Ruto, Ruto. And William Ruto, hearing that, he thinks that he's very popular on the ground. That's just a false notion being created by some individuals around William Ruto who do not want him to know the actual feel on the ground. The earlier William Ruto realized that the ground left him long time ago, the better for him. And if he wants to entertain the thought that he's still popular, then I'm seeing a very bleak future for William Ruto politically. And this is why I've always maintained that William Ruto will go down in history as a one-term president. Rigging has some limits. You can only rig if also you have a chunk of people behind you. But with what we are seeing in William Ruto's government, what we are seeing with William Ruto, it's coming out very clearly that a whooping majority, almost 80% of Kenyans, as I talk right now, are against William Ruto's rule. If nothing is done urgently, if William Ruto does not do anything, something urgently, William Ruto, irrespective of which formula he will use, he will fail badly. He will go down in history as a one-term president. Nothing will save William Ruto. And if you look at the policies this government still initiates, they are just policies that are anti-people. So it's also a fact that it's not just ending today. William Ruto is still going to be more and more unpopular as time goes by. Already, Kenyans know the formula William Ruto might use. I'm seeing a very high possibility where around 2026, William Ruto will be struggling to lower the cost of living. I think it will be very late at that time, in that this debt is still acquiring. You know, William Ruto is borrowing left, right, center. All these debts is still borrowing. These debts are earning interests. By that 2026, 2027, the situation will be worse off to a point that even if William Ruto will be trying to lower the cost of living, it will mean some basic government services won't be offered. This is why I believe nothing will save William Ruto from going home come 2027. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.